about today. Today we're going to talk about how to actually go out there and trade $5, $10 stocks and how you could become a smarter trader. Listen, you don't need a lot of money to be successful to do this. More money the more expensive stocks you trade, the more riskier they are, the more money you're going to need. Remember, if you have a stock at $5 moves 50 cents, $500, you get a $70 stock that moves 50 cents, it's still the same 500. And that's what we're going to talk about. So with that said, just before we get started, got to tell everybody, you got to be warned. Listen, every student is different. There is no guarantees, no promises, no warranties. I'm not going to give you my firstborn, nothing. Okay, you could lose more money than you put into it. Trading is very risky. So this is strictly for educational purposes only, and we don't want to be responsible. We're not going to assume anything that you do on your end. So I'm just going to warn you right now, okay? So now we got that out of the way and we got the compliance happy. Let's talk about what we're going to learn. So we're going to talk about how to find triple-digit gains in stocks. Now, you're looking at that, they're like, okay, there's definitely something tricky about this. No, there's not, and I'm going to show you how it is. Listen, there are over 25,000 stocks I trade every day, okay? You don't think there's some triple-digit movers? They're there. We're going to find them. I'll show them to you. I'm going to talk about how to follow the big buyers and sellers orders out there. One is CyberTrade University's most exciting, most unbelievable, and the most depressing thing that you're going to say, like, why didn't no one ever taught me that? When I show you that, you could be like, oh, now I know why you guys do what you do, and you've been around for so long. How do I know this? Because I was one of the market makers that live here in New York, worked some of the biggest firms in the industry, and we'll talk a lot about that. We're going to talk about the KISS method. Keep it super simple. Some of you out there, you sit there by a computer, you trade all day, you don't do anything because you got 15,000 monitors with 17 million indicators. We're going to fix that problem too. And what happens when things go against you? Because that is what we teach that also people like. We don't teach you how to make money. We teach you how to stop losing it. And think about that. Did anyone ever teach you how to stop losing money? I don't really think so. So this webinar is going to make things a lot more exciting for you. Now, please keep in mind that I know a lot of you have some questions, and I want to answer them. But we have less than an hour. I don't want to bore you. It's going to go fast, okay? And I want to get to the fun part of it. And I am going to ask poll questions. So please go out there, answer them. Let's see how you guys could quiz yourself. And nobody's going to rat you out to your spouse, whatever it is. Let's have some fun here, okay? So before let me get started, let me tell you a little bit about CyberTrade University. You're probably like, okay, who is this guy Fausto? Okay, where did he come from? Like, what makes you better than the other gurus out there? Well, I can't defend them, but I can tell you this. Very rarely you're going to find somebody that's an original day trader that's been doing this for over 30 years and have a school I started that's been around for 25 years. We're endorsed by every brokerage firm in the industry, well, pretty much all of them, the ones who you know. I've been a regular guest at the NASDAQ exchange talking about level total view. I started the first online trading room, and it's all online. I used to run a day trading facility here in New York. Kind of got expensive. Wanted to kind of teach the world, so we started that. And and the big thing that people always ask me is this, and this is very good to ask all you gurus. Why do you teach? Listen, you hear like all this time, like people always ask, and you know what? I don't take offense of it. Because that is a very offensive question. If you're such a great trader, why do you teach? Well, first of all, if professors are so great at what they do at colleges at Yale University, why they teach? Okay, we love what we do. That's number one. Number two, I'm a businessman. Okay, and what I mean by that is this: when I started, I was a big failure, huge. Okay, I was 22 years old. I didn't know what I was doing, so I opened up a brokerage account like you probably see some people do today, and I traded, and I thought just watching TV I could make money and just see what's going on the internet. Yeah, it's not that easy. But I saw people making a lot of money, and I wasn't a quitter. I'm like, why am I not getting this? And I said, oh, now I know why. Who trained me? Now, if you read my book, how to beat market makers at their own game. Make a long story short, I was a licensed broker. I hated it because I realized I was a glorified salesman, and I was working with my sister, and we both quit our jobs, and she went to work for a trading firm, and I didn't. Okay, I'm like, I'm not going to the city and traveling. Obviously, when I was sitting down at the dinner table and she was driving a nicer car than me, then that's when the story changed. Okay, enough's enough. She's sitting there telling me, hey, did you see, in NVIDIA, did you see, iOmega, did you see Goldman Sachs selling 50,000 shares? I'm like, what? How do you see that? And it's all about that. So anyway, getting back to why I teach is that I finally took a job as a trader, and let me tell you, what I've learned on the first day in a job, I should have never made my first trade, ever. It was stupid because I didn't know there was technology out there that you could actually see all the orders. Back then it was called Instinet. Today we call it level 3 and level 4, which some of you probably like, level 3, level 4? I only have level 2. Maybe some of you only trading on level 1. So I'm like, you can't trade without it. And now I know how to make money. And not only that, even having the right technology is still not going to make you money. What I've learned is that you got to surround yourself with good traders. Any business owners out there, you know what it is to have a bad employee? What do? Keep them? Oh, I feel bad. No, you got to get rid of them. You can't keep paying somebody. How about you guys working for somebody? You ever work with a bad employee? Like, my God, I worry about this guy hurting himself, because he's going to hurt me. He's got to go. But there's other people that were mentors, like, oh my God, thank God you had such a great staff. I did so well, and you basically succeeded. It's the same thing. But if you think you're going to go out there and try to figure out on your own, watch a couple of YouTube videos, you're wasting your time. So the great thing about trading, which you probably want to know, now let me tell you the great things about it. You're your own boss. You can come and go whenever you please. You don't have to deal with employees and rent and traveling. It's nice. Listen, a lot changed since COVID. Where a lot of people we got locked in our house. Listen, people are we got to still make money. You can't live on entitlement checks. You know what I mean? So you can make your own hours doing this. And now, and a lot of you, that's why you're here. You're like realizing, oh, you know what? I can't go back to work because I just got replaced. Or you know what? I kind of like my little bubble in my house. You know what I mean? Now, I saw the market for some of you. See, COVID went from we went from 18,000. Geez, now we're at 35,000. I mean, that's incredible. The rally. Now, as a good trader, I had a lot of free time. Okay, it's my lovely wife Debbie. Been married for 23 years. Some people say we're unicorns. You don't hear that very often. My wonderful 3 boys. Obviously, you don't see how I make any girls. And that's a picture up in I think I was in Cabo, I think that was, or Dominican Republic. And listen, I travel, I spend time with my kids, and that's what's nice about this job, especially when you're my age. Now, I also started a home living channel because I had nothing else to do. Trading is not a full-time job; it's a part-time job. I'm trying to sell you that let me tell you, you're gonna love being a trader. It pays a lot of money. You can do and some of you have to make a lot, just to replace our old job. But also it's nice because, I got a lot of free time. So if you want to know about, also I could teach you how to take care of chickens, make a flower box, make a good tomato sauce. I think you'll like my home living channel too. And make sure you like us and friend us on that too. All right. So let's talk about some other stuff. Let's get back into it. This week, let's talk about what we did in our trading room. All right. So did anybody see the stock IMPP? Anybody see the stock or traded it? Just give me a yes or no. Mark, I know you saw it because you were in the trading room. David, okay, good. Come on, there's over 100 people in this trading room. Don't be shy. It's time to talk now. I'm going to start asking you questions. Here's a stock you could see. Hold on, let me get my pointer. There we go. Here's my pointer. So the stock you can see in pre-market had a really nice move. We actually start trading around 8 o'clock in the morning, which I'm going to invite all of you going to have access to come. Okay. We started at 8 o'clock. The stock went from $1.60 to $2.20, which is not bad. 40 cents in about less than 10 minutes. 1,000 shares, $400, $100,000 a year salary. But what's nice about it, the stock was trading right at the open. The thing ran from 220 and it shot all the way to 340, which is pretty a substantial move. This is actually one of the stocks we recommended. Here's another stock that we trade. It's all in one day. Stock's up 138%, INDO. Right out of the gate, around 9:30, was at $3. Up until 10:30, $9, like that. Look it up. Look it up, INDO, just the other day. Another stock that we were recommending in our trading room. Even if you jumped in at 10 o'clock and you were late to the game at 5 to 9, a lot of money right there. This one was awesome. KSCP, okay? A little bit more expensive, but 10 o'clock in the morning, stock was right around $8. 12, the thing ran to 10, ran to 12. All the way when we got into the market and was about to close, the thing did not want to stop. It kept going and going and going to 25. You ever heard of short squeeze? Here you have it. So everyone's always probably asking, okay, Fausto, where do you find these stocks? Okay, finding them is easy. That's actually the easiest thing to do. The hard thing is, be able to hit the button and buy it. And the next hardest thing is, taking the profit. So where we find them, we just, no big secret, we just work in our big percentage gainers. Look, KSCP up 275%, IMPP up 74%. Look at all these stocks up pretty big right here, okay, all up in percentage. So you have big movers right here. So what we do is we just work off the big percentage gainers and losers list. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what KSCP does. I don't think we really care, do we? Right? This is not my company. I mean, I'm a trader. I'm not an investor. I'm not buying because I love the company. I'm just looking at, because whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. But finding them is pretty easy. It's all going through the big percentage gainers and losers. Now, the big thing is game plan. Game plan. This is where everybody gets themselves in trouble. So, with our game plan, you got to know where the trend is. You got to know where the strong price levels are. You really have to know how to be able to look at the stock, trade with a team, and share your ideas. Okay, look, guy, we found a stock. Is it continue to go higher? Are the market makers still buying it? The brokerage firms, they're called market makers. Are they doing payment for order flows? Are there dark pools out there? Where's the algorithms? So here you are maybe looking at some indicator, this and that. Forget about that junk right now. You want to focus not on the past. You want to focus on the future. And the future is just not the trend, but where are the orders? So how do we know if the stock's going to go up or go down? Let's start off with something that's called level 2. All right. Now, anybody here have level 2? Again, you have your audio problems, log in, log back out. Okay? That usually fixes the problem. All right, so Carlos, you don't have level 2? Okay. Everyone else has level 1. What about you, Mike? I didn't hear from you. Hey, God, don't let me start picking on people. I hate doing that. Bill, what about you? Calvin, Daryl, Heather, I didn't hear from you. Don't be shy, Heather. No one's going to pick on you, make fun of you. Listen, don't take it the wrong way. I could be a little brash because I care. I hate seeing people lose money, and there's no reason for it. I'm taking the time to be here to teach you guys how to trade. You want to do yourself a favor? If you don't answer the question, that means you have no idea what you're doing. I'm going to do you a big favor. Quit trading right now because you'll just blow up your account. If you don't know the answer, just say it. All right, so now, because like I said, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've seen people lose everything. They work their asses off for their pension, and you know what? They're like, "Oh, I got. Now I can finally trade my 300,000, my 500,000." They lost it all in a year. Okay, you worked your ass off. It's not worth it. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, let me tell you what level 2 is, and then we're going to talk about the good stuff. These are the buyers. These are the sellers. Okay, the bid, the ask. okay? The bid are buyers. You have three columns, 1, 2, and 3. The first column is a 4-letter abbreviation of the brokerage firm's name. The exchange, you got the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ Exchange, Archipelago. These are all exchanges. The NASDAQ, the New York. This is what the stock is trading at that exchange. That's the price that it's trading for in column 2. And right here, column 3 is how many shares are being traded at that specific price. Everything there is multiplied by 100. So 1 is 100, this is 500, and so on. There's 1,000. Okay. Now, the problem with level 2 is this. It's outdated. It's worthless. Okay. It's free, and that's all it's worth. This doesn't show you 1,000% of what something else is going to show you, which I'm going to show you next. Now, change the slide here. Okay. Are you able to see all the buys and sells data? And the question is no, okay, on the level 2. But can you see them on another platform? Yes, you can. So let's talk about this right here. Let me do a poll question. And my question to you is this. So you guys don't have to chat in. Do you have access to level 3? Let's see what you have right here. See how you guys answer this. All right. Just waiting for a few more people to answer. All right, we're going to end the poll. I'm going to share it and share results. Okay, so you could see that. Obviously we have a lot of some students in here, so yes. So look how many of you here that don't have it, and if you're not sure you have it, I'll take that as a no. So we'll ring that about 60%. All right, so now what I'm about to show you, listen, it's time for you to pay very close attention, because what you're about to see is going to be extremely disturbing, and you're going to wish first of all, you're going to be ticked off because whoever you ever took training before, why they never taught you this. And secondly, you're going to be like, it can't be this simple. So let me explain to what we're looking at. You are looking at every single order out there in the entire world. Now, this might look confusing, a lot of numbers, same thing, but it looks exactly like the level 2. But the difference between level 2 and level 3 is you're seeing every single order at every single price. Level 2, you're only seeing the best bid and the best offer at the NASDAQ. Level 3, you're seeing the NASDAQ, but every single order out there. Same thing. Buyers are on the left, sellers are on the right. How many orders are out there, how many shares are out there, and at what price? Now, my question to you is this, fellow traders. How do stocks go up and go down? How do they go up and go down? By the way, if you can't answer that question, once again, don't take this in a bad way. You should quit trading. Exactly. Could you try B&S? Supply and demand, buyers and sellers. Okay? I don't think we could disagree to that, right? Buyers and sellers. That's it. Buyer, seller, buyer. Now, think about this for a second. What do you think? What would be worth to you if I could tell you and teach you right now, where I could show you where, let's just say 70% of where the buyers and sellers are in a stock that you're in? 70%. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you get to see where all those orders are? Think about it. You're not trading 70% of the orders. If you could see all that, I know, right? Isn't it, Mike? It's priceless. You be that. That's right, Bill. You be that much better of a trader, Mike. Exactly. Now, watch this. Stock goes down, and you could see that right here. The stock OCGen went from 1050, came all the way down, stopped, went back up to 1050, stopped at this $10 price level, pretty much the same thing, and went all the way up to 1250 in a matter of a couple hours. Now, Why did it stop at 10? Why didn't it stop at 950? Why did it stop at 1050? Why did it pick 10? Out of every number out there, what made it go up that much in that short period of time? Because there was a demand out there. There was a big buyer. Now, if you look right here on level 3, when you look at that $10 price range, there was a 310,000 share buyer out there. 300,000. 300. You know what 300 times $10 is? $3 million. Are you buying $3 million worth of stock? Listen, you got 200 share sellers, 3,000 shares, 75 shares, 300,000. 300,000. What do you think is going to happen when you get to a 300,000 share buyer? Okay? Because buyers equal support. Sellers equal resistance. Some of you out there are like, okay, where's the support? Where's the resistance? Listen, you cannot have a resistance levels unless the seller is out there. It's not existent. You're doing it backwards. Don't look for the resistance. Look for the seller. Resistance get broken all the time. Support levels get broken all the time. You know that. It happens to you. Like, how did the stock break that support level? Well, was the buyer out there? I don't know. Okay? Well, look at it right here. This stock literally went from $56, hit 58, and it had such a beautiful move. And all of a sudden, it came back down to 57. How could you have not known to get out at 58? Well, did you not see the 23,000 share seller out there? Now, that's not as substantial as the 300,000 you just saw, but look at the average share block here. 500, 800, 600, 1,000. I mean, you're talking literally almost 20 to 50 times more volume at that specific price than any other price level out there. Once again, think how much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you'd be able to see those orders? Well, David, we didn't get to that question yet, but the thing is this: you can use this towards swing trading. Absolutely. And that is where level 4 comes in. Okay? And I didn't get to that yet. So as of right now, let's just think about this for a second. And by the way, am I a day trader? Absolutely. Okay? I'm a day trader first, and I'm a swing trader second, because it's what happens over the course of the day which trickles into a swing trade. And being a swing trader is a lot riskier than day trading because anything can happen overnight. That's how it works. A lot of people like day trading. I'll tell you why. I like to sleep at night. You make your money. You know what you made. You can go on vacation. If anything happens, you don't have to worry about it. All right. Now, let's look at the stock AMC, which everyone I know is very familiar. It's one of the meme stocks. You've probably seen it on CNBC all the time. Okay, so let's look at AMC. I'm going to stop. I'm going to share. I'm going to do another poll. Is this stock going up or down? Let's do a poll here. Let's say you guys answer this question. Now, if you get this question wrong, I'm going to tell you again, you better quit trading. It's a very simple question. I was getting right to the point. And if you can't answer this question too, then you should quit trading. Once again, don't mind me being brash. I'm just protecting you. All right? Now, from the looks of it, 94% of you said it's going down. 4% it's going up. First of all, I don't know where you guys see where the stock's going up. I mean, are you guessing? Or are you being funny? Or are you really serious? If you're serious, you better quit. All right? Because the answer is the stock's going down. Okay? It's a very simple question. Now, here's the $64,000 question. What do we need for this stock to go back up? What do you guys think? What do we need for it to go back up? Do we need a Bollinger Band? Do we need a MACD? Do we need a Fibonacci? Do we need the CEO to come on TV? No, you're right. Everybody, you need buyers. Exactly. Way to go, Kathleen, Mark. Good. Now I'm finally seeing some of you write in. Joanne, there you go. You need buyers. Do you see buyers on a chart? No, because the buyers are in the future, right? So let's go hop over there and let's go check on the NASDAQ exchange. And what do you know? You got a 354,000 share buyer at $19.60. What do you think is going to happen when we get down to that price around 1960? What do you out of curiosity, what do you guys think? What should happen when we get there? What is that called? Mike said the stock should go up. Price will go up. Oh, remember supply and demand? Buyers and sellers? Big buyer, must be a big demand. Guess what? You're right. Came down, and obviously you said we need buyers. We saw the buyers, and not only that, it was basically hovering there for about 10 minutes to figure it out that it was a real support levels. And don't tell me, oh, it's a double top, a triple bottom. Okay. Please, I know what that means. You're wasting your time, okay? The only reason why I went up is because that big buyer was out there. And you know what? If you got in when you saw that big buyer out there at 1960, literally about 2-3 hours later, stock's 2060, bought 1,000 shares, you made $1, $1,000, $250,000 salary. Thank you very much. I think I'm happy for the day. Who here was the one? Who's here not happy to just do that one trade, make $1 a day? Okay, you don't got to kill it. You don't have to go out there and say, oh, this guy. Even if he made half that move, you're talking about $100,000 salary just by knowing where the buyer was. All right. So how about the next one? Let's talk about BIG, BBIG. This is another stock we traded the other day. So let's just go right to the source. Forget about all this fancy execution systems and heat maps and indicators and all this crazy things that they have. Let's go right to the exchange. Where do you see resistance levels on this stock? Where do you see resistance? Now remember, resistance will be on the sell side, right? If you don't know the answer, just give me a question mark. All right, Mike, I got you. Robert, LB, Henry, David. Okay, so all of you guys are saying 670, which is, overall, I would agree with you. That's the biggest seller. And not only that, there are 39 orders out there. So that's a lot of people. So what do we see? What does the chart show us? Oh, look at that. Went right to that beautiful chart and all of a sudden hit that resistance and came back down. And if we didn't sell 670, look where it dropped down to 637. So we saw the order out there when it was at 640. And the stock was trending up. Now look at it. Now the stock is going, hit resistance, it came back down. It's all about having a game plan. Let's think about this for a second. Did I confuse anybody yet? Is anybody lost? Is everybody following along? Does that seem simple? Seem complicated? No. LB's not lost. All right, Patrick, Kathleen, David, how long have we been talking for? 10 minutes? Imagine what you would learn if I was able to show you this live. Imagine if you were able to let me go out there and show you how this stuff works with, with classes and mentoring and everything else. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make? Because you know and I know. Let's think about this for a second. How many times have you bought a stock? And as soon as you bought it, the damn thing goes down. It's like, and then you sell, then you held the stock and like finally you get out of it. And as soon as you sell it, the damn thing goes up. You think somebody, and then you're like, you're like the brokerage firm's trading against me. Somebody's watching me, right? Ever felt like that? Yeah, it was like, yeah, it happens to me all the time. You know what your problem is? They're not watching you, okay? You're not watching them. That's the problem. If you're watching them and you watch those orders, that will make your life easier. So what we call these, fellow traders, we call them iceberg orders. I came up with that word after watching the movie The Titanic. I says, oh, you know what? Beautiful ship. All those great people died. For what? Okay. And I look at it, everyone's got these beautiful execution systems and indicators. For what? You guys don't even have the right data. It's not what's on top of the water, it's what's on the bottom of the water. You're looking at level 1 on the bottom, you look at level 2. So explains it. Now, a lot of people come up to me and they say, okay, Fausto, I heard about these orders. Are they fake? You know, first of all, the only thing is fake news. Okay. There's nothing fake. You can't put a fake order out there. If anyone tells you that, run. They have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. So how do we know these orders? Listen, can anyone cancel an order? Of course they could. All right. But how do we know if they got executed? So we have something called time and sales. Now, I know a lot of you are probably familiar with it, and you probably closed it down, and you say, I can't watch it. The thing's moving too fast, whatever. You probably got your defaults wrong. Once again, who taught you how to read it? Be honest with yourself. Actually, you know what? I want to ask that question. I want to do a poll. I'm just curious. What type of education do you guys have? Are you guys self-taught? Did you ever take a paid course? Do you have a mentor? I'm just curious. Let's see how you, and if you're a student of mine, don't answer this question, okay? All right, so it looks like a lot. So some of you, looks like you did take some education. We had a lot of people that did. So you might be right now, you must be ticked off and be like, why didn't he teach me this? First of all, if you ever, listen, if you move forward Cyber Trading University or you're not, I always tell everybody this. You know how you have somebody that is really good at what they do? Don't judge them the way they look. Don't judge them on a PowerPoint. Judge them on their reputation. Cyber Trading University has been endorsed by every brokerage firm, Thinkorswim, TradeStation, Charles Schwab, I've done events for, Ninja Trader. I mean, the list goes on and on. These brokerage firms do credit checks on us. We got a 5-star rating on Google. We got a AAA rating at the Better Business Bureau. You know what? For being around for 25 years, that's almost unheard of. So why? Because we teach the way I was trained, and that's become a market maker. That's what I was. You have to follow the money. Time and sales, if no one ever taught you how to use it, then how you know what orders are getting filled? Okay. So here you have an example. Let's look at this really quick. All right. And yes, Ralph, an education is towards your future. You know what I mean? So, and the last thing is, listen, I want to knock anybody, other companies out there, whatever it is, but sometimes it takes a few people to kind of learn from, and you're going to learn something from somebody. I mean, you're not going to learn nothing, but sometimes you got to take a few classes before you know who really is the person you really want to learn. You find the right product, but you just can't think you're going to be in kindergarten and have the same teacher. It's going to teach you math, English, and social studies. When you got the junior high and high school, and that, which is pretty cool. Now you got a new teacher for every class and every grade. Some teachers are better than others, like anything else. But it might be good for them, but might be terrible for somebody else. But going out there trying to do it on your own doesn't work that way. Let's look at the PROG. Look how the stock hit a resistance levels. Now look right here, $1.95. Look at all these orders: green, 3,000, 33,000, 10,000, 3,500, 300, 1,000, 25. What happened there must have been a big order out there, and the guy got executed, and the stock literally ran in a matter of 30 minutes from 95 to 235. That's a pretty substantial move. 40 cents on 1,000 shares, $400. I'll take that. Here's another one. Stock hit major support. You're like, oh, definitely big support. And all of a sudden it breaks the support. Well, look at all the orders. Red. Whoever was on the bid buying it got executed and the stock dropped. You know what I'm saying? Did you see these orders getting filled? Because if you didn't have the time and sales, you wouldn't know that. So that's basically one of the powers of level 3. Now, to get to your question, let's talk about level 4. Okay, so level 4 works for cryptocurrency, works for futures, works for options, works for swing trading, and it works great for day trading. Okay, so now, if for some of you looking at the data, now we have something more of a heat map. So let's look at this. Here's a stock we traded today. Okay, stock called EBON. Anyone see the stock EBON today? It was in a big percentage gainer. Pat, you did? Okay, good. Now, see the trend of the stock now, it's roughly was at $1, and we saw it about 9.45, right? Now, forget about the dollar amount. Listen, so just focus on this. Right here around 10 o'clock, you had a 113,000 share buyer, 109,000, 105,000, 56,000, and look on here on the sell side. You didn't have a seller until $1.18 for 88,000. How much money is that on the bid right there? How many orders, how many shares are going to be bought right here? What do you think? All this red, and they've been out there for 15 minutes. A lot? Well, 100, 200, 300. You're talking about close to about 400,000 shares. 400,000. Okay? And, look at the stocks. Trade at the highs, well, is it done? Is it going to continue? Okay. Watch what happens. Let me change the slide. After that 15 minutes that we saw earlier, the guy was still out there. And now they're bidding it up. Now the stock is at that resistance level right here at 18. You see the green ball? Look at the volume. That seller got executed. These guys are starting to bid it up now. So now we went from 108, now we're at 118. Another 30 minutes later, look what happened. The stock literally ran to $1.20. We were watching it right here, right? At 10:15. Hold on, let me get my pen. At 10:15. And then look, these guys were still out there. And then obviously they canceled their orders and now they're bidding it up here. And look, see the yellows, the line went up. It went from 808, not $1.08 to right here. Do you know what $1.08 minus $1.23 is if you bought 10,000 shares of that stock? What is that? $10,000? That's like buying a $10 stock for 1,000 shares. Every penny is a $100 move. 10 cents is $1,000. Okay? So that thing moved more than 10 cents. That thing moved 15 cents. Who doesn't want that? Well, Michael, thank you very much. Okay? But this is level 4 at its best. And I even got better ones too. I even got other ones. I'll show you here. We got time? Yeah, I got some time. So look at this one. Look at this stock right here. Buyer got executed. Buyer got executed. Buyer got executed. Okay. Now we got one big buyer at 15 for 229,000 shares. And this guy's been out there since 10 o'clock this morning and about an hour. And now he's the next guy online after everyone else got executed. What do you think is going to happen to the price of the stock when we get down to 15, everybody? What should happen? Should go up, right? Okay. But what happens if someone sells 250,000 shares at $15? What's going to happen? Exactly. And not only is it going to go down, it's really going to go down. So that is slide 1, right? So here's the chart on that. There's a chart on that, so you can see it. Now let's look at chart number 3. Look what happened. The guy got executed. He's down to 12,000 shares. You still want to own it? You only got a little window. 220,000 just got sold. You still want to own it or you want to sell? You're damn right you want to get out of it. Because look at it now. Look at it starting to drop. See it right there? Now, let's look at the chart. Does this help you? Could you have learned what you've just seen on a stochastic, a momentum, an RSI, a Bollinger Band, and a moving average? Really, David? Too messy for you? I don't know. People read this stuff. Looks pretty cool. Makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather see that big block order and see him get done than try to figure this one out. So this is why people love Cyber Trade University and why I love teaching people, because when they see stuff like this, they're like, oh, now it makes perfect sense. Where's my pointers? Oh, there we go. So let me minimize these and get back to our chart. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. All right. So, and then all of a sudden the sellers got done and boom, now the stock started going down because the buyers are not there. Because you could see that once those buyers got executed, now the stock trended down. All right. A couple of questions coming up here. Michael Allen has a question. If the buyers get executed, stock goes down, is it all sellers getting executed? Yes. So if the buyers are on the bid and all those sellers are getting executed and you see down time and sales, the stock's going to go down. Yes. All right. Now, you have to understand, you have to learn before you can earn. This is actually a picture of me doing a presentation at the Money Show with Charles Schwab. All right. I mean, they have a good system. A lot of these big brokerage firms have them, but you need someone to teach you how to use it, and that's what we do here. Like I said earlier, we train for so many brokerage firms in the industry, you know, and we're very fortunate for that. But listen, they know if you're a good trader, you'll be a client of theirs forever. They don't want to lose you. You know what I'm saying? You know what the acquisition cost is to get a client to open an account with them? You know? So this is what they do, and this is what our staff does. It's just not me, but we have several instructors that work at Cyber Trade University. We do this all day. Now, this is what I want to do. Who here wants to learn more about doing this stuff? Who here wants to be able to see it live in the market, be able to talk to our education advisors, be able to show them how to do it, you know, and give you a fighting chance, and before you actually go out there and put real money to the test and hopefully not blow it up? Well, here's our chance. Let me tell you a little bit about something that we came up with today. It's called our Jumpstart package, okay? Now, in this Jumpstart package, listen, I can't teach you how to make money in an hour. All I could do right now is just spark your interest. But you got to do it right. And I want to give you something just to kind of give you a sense of, okay, make sense, see what's happening. What do I need to do to get this ball rolling? Well, listen, it's not easy to teach somebody, okay? But we love teaching. It's a lot of work, but you got to have somebody that's going to take you seriously. So we came up with this package called the Jumpstart package, where you're going to get 16 lessons. They're about an hour long. You're going to get 4 premium workshops, everything you need to know about high probability of trading stocks with time and sales, volume, level 3, level 4. We're going to show you how to find the stocks, okay? You're going to be access to our professional trading room, where you're going to have live access with pre-market trading, after-market trading. You're going to be trading with other traders in the room. You're going to be trading with me. You're going to be trading with our instructors. We're going to do a live audio Q&A session, 3 daily market meetings. You're going to get a lot of data. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, with that, we're going to teach you how to find stocks. We're going to show you how to find the best brokerage firm who trades stocks, level 3, level 4, time and sales, how to shadow money, technical analysis, best times to trade, developing a daily watch list, a support and resistance. Do you know that 90% people read charts backwards? Wait till you see when we teach you how to read it. You're going to see you're totally lurking backwards. how to see consolidation patterns, how to short for crying out loud, journaling, be able to do your homework to see why you're losing money so you don't do it again, and having one of our instructors review it for you. All this, plus an extra bonus we're going to throw on top of that. You get premium workshops. Some of you might know Tom Busby, one of the best brokers, traders for futures and options. We're going to give you that. We're going to give you a workshop on entries and exits. We're going to do a workshop on halts. You ever see a stock get halted? We're going to teach you how to trade things like that. We're going to show you a workshop how to trade in pre-market. So every one of these workshops are an hour. All right. Another bonus you're going to get. You're going to be able to talk to somebody in our office. I know so many people like, I could only talk to people through email. No, you're going to talk to our staff, our instructors, and we're going to walk you through this whole thing. Like I said, we take this very seriously because we don't want to see people losing money. Now, this great package, we had it set up for $14.95, but today we're going to do a big deal. We're going to only do it for $3.97. And on top of that, we're going to give you alert services. And one last bonus, I will personally give you a coaching class on top of that. Now, why would I do that? Because you know what? It's going to come to a point where you need questions answered. And after you're watching all this stuff, you're going to get all that. Now, think about this. When did you really think about what you've seen? Think about how much smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see that 300,000 share seller out there or that 500,000 share buyer out there. And that didn't even scratch the surface, or that stock that you keep seeing on TV. Oh, look, this is up 200% today. How did you not get it before it ran? I'm going to show you how it works. It's not that hard. You know what the hardest part about teaching somebody? The greed, the cockiness, bad habits. That's really the hardest thing to teach. But all you're talking about is $3.95. And this is the better deal. If you're not satisfied, we'll give you your money back. It's money back guaranteed. Listen, I don't need your money. I'll tell you why I do this. If you get this, then when you get in the trading room, we're going to trade together and we'll make money together. If you don't get it and you're not doing well, believe me, I don't want to be involved. I don't need you there. You're gonna cost me more money. So think about this as a jump start to getting yourself involved into trading. It's 3 months access, Ala. It's 3 months access, but you got a 30-day money back guarantee. And listen, you'll learn in a week. So what do you have to lose? All this great stuff for that sounds like a deal. So you're going to get the cyber group room, you're going to get the trading room, you're going to get all this stuff. This is our agenda that you're going to learn in class, our weekly schedule, the cyber group room, the morning meetings, the audio commentary, the free time. By the way, we don't trade all day. We don't trade all day. And you know what? You don't got to be in the room all day. Actually, 20% of the traders are in there probably at a time. Afternoon meeting, audio commentary going into the close. I mean, there's a lot going on that we do. Now, with that said, as you guys are registering, let me just take a couple of questions that some of you guys just gave me. Does this strategy work well for the volatile markets? Absolutely. This is what it does. Absolutely. It's all about volatility. If the stock has no volatility, you're not going to make any money. How much money do I need to trade? That one of you guys asked me earlier. Listen, you know how much money you need? $397. That's it. $397. Don't worry about how much money you need. That's the least of your problems. Find out if this is for you. And let me just say this. I know some of you here do futures, Forex, options. You took class with other people. Let me tell you something. If you're not making money within 30, maximum 60 days doing it, you're wasting your time. Okay? Not that the person that trained you, it's not working. It doesn't take that long to get it. Think about how much fast you've learned by being in here, how quickly you learn that. Imagine what you'll learn in a week. If you don't get it, honestly, you're not going to make any money in the room. And you're wasting your time. Of course, you can trade your 401k. You can't short, Carlos, but you can day trade your 401k. So think about that. You're going to get a live trading class with me. You get the pro workshops, professional live trading room, all these bonuses, plus money back guaranteed. So there's the link. I think we just posted a link, and click on it and register. Now, it's very important that when you register, make sure you fill out that questionnaire. Tell us who your broker is, how much you have, so we can get to help you out with that. Now, you got a couple of questions here. Kathleen has a question. Are these courses pre-recorded to watch? Yes, Kathleen. Every class that if you can't make it live, they're going to be recorded. Okay. Gloria has a question. What if one can't afford to start the startup package and they don't have the money to open up a trading account? Well, Gloria, you know what? Why don't you email me? Tell me a little bit about you, and we'll go from there. And this goes for anybody. Here's my email, because some people feel a little shy. Don't want you, but no one can see anybody's chat. Why don't you just email me, and I'll see what I can do for you. Tell me a little bit about you, and I'll tell you the truth. Okay. Any other questions that are coming across? I think that's pretty much it. When could I start? You could start whenever you want. Okay. Classes do start next week. Whatever you can't make, it's being recorded. When you talk to education advisor, just tell them when you want to start. That's all you need to do. All right, a couple of people just want to thank Michael. We just got your registration. Michael D. Who else we got here? Lance. Sean just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Now, guys, remember, when you register, and women also, you're going to have a education advisor. You need to talk to him. He's going to walk you through your portal page. He's going to show you exactly what to look at. We don't want you to get confused, okay? And don't worry about it. The stock market's not going out of business. So don't worry about that. You know, it's never too late to learn. People look like, oh, but it's at the highs of the day. Yeah, well, you know what? It could go to 50,000. Who knows? You saw what happened with Bitcoin. I have Bed has a question. I have E-Trade. Do I need to open up another trading account? No, Bed, you don't. That's actually fine. You can use E-Trade for now. Okay? No problem, Mike Allen. Good to see you. Carlos, after 30 days, can one sign up for the trading chat room? Yes, you can. And by the way, we're not going to scam you where we're going to lock you in and, oh, we don't give a refund. Listen, if you don't want to be there, first of all, I don't need the scrutiny. Okay, there's a reason why I have a very good reputation in the industry and on the internet. I don't need you or anyone else out there to give me a bad. And I don't think you guys would do that. You know, we're fair. You be fair, and that's why we're very, very strict. We actually have in the room. Just got who I got registration. Daniel Ortiz just got your registration also. See some people just starting to register now. You're more than welcome, Bed. Any other questions? Guys, like I said, it's money back guaranteed. You know what I mean? You hear the good, the bad, the ugly. Once you want to know the truth about trading, why throw away an opportunity to go out there and not trade and see everybody else making money, see all these things going up? Now you have the opportunity to be with a 12-time world champion that beat every school in the industry, obviously the ones who want to compete against me, to see what it's like, to what it's all about. Even if you are a futures or an options trader. By the way, you can't even be a good options trader if you don't even know how to trade the stock. I don't know how people trade options. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. I know a lot of you say you trade options. Well, maybe you should learn how to trade the stock, and that'll make you that much better of an option trader. These are all the things that you got to look at. All right. Any other questions? Anybody else have any questions? I'm in Australia. How would your system help me? Lee, I have a lot of students that trade the Australian market. We have a lot of people from London, Europe, Asia. You know, the time zone is different. You could still trade the stock market here in the U.S. A lot of people like the U.S. I mean, we have I would say maybe 10, 15% of our traders are from Canada. I mean, the time zone's the same, but, you know, they like our market better because, you know, the time, you know, the volatility of the market is a lot better in the United States. Another person just came in, got Steve Chiwo. I got your registration. Welcome aboard. A couple of questions here. Skip, Fausto, your staff is very professional, and have learned so much. Thank you for your education. Skip, it's always great to see you. Let me share that. Thank you very much, Skip, for sharing that. Appreciate that. Fausto, I need to speak with you. I'm going blind. Well, you know what, Monty, just send me an email and tell me what you need, and I'll be able to, we'll take it from there. Okay, Monty? Lee, I got people on a watch. Listen, Lee, I got people. You're about 12 hours. The market opens from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Believe me, you're going to be up at certain times of the market here in the U.S. So you might trade, dinner time, might be trading, breakfast time, 14 hours. So our afternoon is your morning. Our morning will be your afternoon. So you'll be fine. You'll be trading at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Any other questions? What is the cost for the trading room, Carlos? The trading room alone is $197 just for the room, but you're going to get it for 3 months access. We're giving that on top of that. So that's why it's great if you use this. If you do this, you're saving that much more money. Now, any other questions, guys? All right. All right. So listen, I got a bunch of people. Listen, thank you for registering. And by the way, if you didn't register with CTU, I get it. Maybe you're still not convinced. Maybe you want to do your homework. Maybe you want to check us out, and I recommend you to do that. You want to feel comfortable. But like we said, it is money back guaranteed. But if you want to know how to trade the market and you're sick and tired, going to work or trying to find a job, or maybe you want to spend more time with your family, you're hearing listen, people hate people from Wall Street. And I get it. And you know what? You should hate it. Those people are angry because they're just jealous. You know what I mean? We do make a lot of money. You always hear the politicians. We got to tax those Wall Street guys. We got to tax them. We work so hard, and they just hit a button. They make all that money. Well, you know what? Maybe it's your turn to do that. And here's your chance, but you got to learn before you earn. So let's go out there. Let's start off the Jumpstart package. Let's go from there. And if it's not for you, we'll give you money back in 30 days. All right. Thank you so much, fellow traders. I'd like to thank the staff of CTU for sticking around and helping out. I'd like to thank our partners for helping us. And I look forward to teaching every one of you. And remember, fellow traders, if you don't continue with Cyber Trade University, go out there, learn from a couple other traders, buy a couple of small little packages, but don't go out there and try to do it on your own. You're going to end up be part of a 90% failure rate. Okay? Thanks for listening. We'll see you all in the trading room tomorrow. Have a great day.